Hello again. Another question that comes up, this is often a question I ask people from time to time, what is your most valuable asset? Now, if you haven't considered that, think about this for a moment. What is your most valuable asset? Well, like most of the clients I ask, if they're a homeowner in Toronto, they might say it's the value of their home. They might say it's a other property or an investment portfolio, or for my business owners, they might say the value of their business. Now, I tend to look at it a different way. I would recommend that you consider it as the ability to earn an income. Your most valuable asset is how much income that you can make. Think of it this way. Let's say you had a machine in the basement, and this machine spit out $80,000 a year. Let's say. It could be whatever figure you want. But every couple of weeks you go down to the machine and there's a pile of cash underneath the machine. That's a fantastic thing. Well, question I would have for you here is, what's the value of this machine to you? How would you take care of it? And how would you insure it? Now, if it was in my basement, well, I'd black all the windows, that's for sure, just to make sure no one could see what was in there. I would make sure that this machine had the most amount of maintenance and then some, just to make sure it's properly covered, and I would make sure that there would be no reason that this machine can't keep running for years and years and years. Because if something were to happen to this machine, how much are you out? I ask people from time to time, how much would you insure that machine in the basement? Often I get an answer of, I would insure it for $80,000. Well, if it was in my basement, I would insure it for significantly more. If I could reasonably keep this machine going for the next 10, 15, 20 years plus, what is my loss if something were to happen? Let's say the house burned down, someone came to the place and stole the machine, or the machine got sick and couldn't work anymore. Well, you're not out $80,000. You're out a much more significant figure. Think of it this way. If you factor in various raises that you anticipate getting over the course of your career, you're looking at possibly $1.5 million, $2 million loss if you lost that machine today. That is essentially where you are. On a very emotionless basis, you are that machine in the basement. That's what you represent to your family, your children, even if you don't have family. That's what you represent to the financial goals that you have, the ambitions you have. Everything you have is tied to how long that machine in the basement runs, if you can keep that going properly. So, a couple of things you need to know is, what is that machine worth for yourself? Secondly, you have to know how much insurance or how much protection do you have on that. Now, in my 15 years of practice, I've been setting up disability policies for my clients who are salaried employees and business owners alike. And one of the things that needs to be answered is to protect the value of this machine. So, make sure you have the answer to those two questions. If you don't know the answer, or if you have questions, reach out to me on the email below, jessie@jessiecristo.com. We can have a conversation. I hope you learned something today. Oh, one more thing. I would recommend subscribe to my channel, because whenever the new videos come out, you'll be notified right away of the new videos. You can enjoy them and learn something next week and the week after. So, hope you learned something again. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would be happy to answer them for you. Jessie Cristo signing off.